and welcome to the next module in our Monitoring and Reporting course, Performance Reporting. This is the reporting hub for the performance of your clients' portfolios overall and the underlying assets. In this module, we'll look at how Panorama calculates performance, Panorama's portfolio performance reporting, and also the periodic performance reporting available. Before we look at the performance reporting available in Panorama, it is imperative to understand how performance returns are calculated and why Panorama has adopted this methodology. This will assist you in discussing investment performance results with your clients. There are two main methods used to calculate investment performance over a period. Neither is right or wrong, but it's vital to understand each method's objective and how the different inputs and assumptions can lead to different results. The first method is the time-weighted rate of return. And put simply, this method measures the compounded rate of growth over a specific period of time without consideration of the effect of investor cash moving into or out of the investment. As a result, it allows for comparisons between different investment types because the performance returns are not impacted by cash movements into or out of the portfolio. Two clients invested in the same portfolio over the same period will have the same performance, regardless of when they invest or withdraw. This calculation rewards time in the market rather than trying to time the market. The second method commonly used is the internal rate of return, or sometimes called the personal rate of return. This method measures a specific portfolio's performance between two dates and includes the effects of cash movements. This means the return numbers are influenced by the timing of cash flows, and greater weighting is given to those time periods where more money is invested. As a result, the performance of a portfolio using the internal rate of return calculation can be significantly affected by both the size and timing of any cash deposits, contributions, or withdrawals. Put very simply, two clients invested in exactly the same portfolio for exactly the same time period could have different internal rates of return if one were to make a large contribution or withdrawal during the period. BT Panorama uses the time-weighted rate of return to calculate portfolio performance to provide consistent and comparable performance reporting that is not impacted by cash inflows or outflows. The only exception to this is for Panorama's super statements. It is a legislative requirement for all superannuation annual statements to employ internal rate of return for reporting on performance. Beyond these statements, all of Panorama's performance reporting for investment, super, and pension accounts use the time-weighted rate of return methodology. For more detail about Panorama's performance reporting method, including worked examples, please see the Help and Support page. Now we've explained how performance is calculated on Panorama, let's have a look at the performance reporting available in the Performance menu. We'll begin with portfolio performance. You'll notice the performance period defaults to the last 12 months, or you can select since inception or enter your own custom date range. You can choose to compare performance with up to 3 widely used benchmarks and indices. The interactive account performance allows you to toggle between a dollar value or percentage view that can be further split to break down capital and income contributions to performance. Drop-down options allow you to view by asset type and the performance of the underlying investments or just total performance. You can view performance before fees, after fees, or both before and after fees. If viewing by asset type, the rows of the performance table can be expanded to display each of the underlying assets and their contributions in both capital and income to overall performance. Note, you will not see any performance reporting data for any external non-Panorama assets added to an account. Managed and tailored portfolios expand out to reveal the contributing performance of each underlying share or managed fund. This underlying visibility can make these types of investments attractive to clients who desire transparency for their investments. Additionally, a performance report for each managed portfolio can be downloaded as a PDF. The periodic performance report displays the time-weighted rate of return for the portfolio and the individual asset level over predefined periods. The period of this report is determined by the end of month selected. For example, if a June 2020 end date is selected, the 3-month return will be reporting on the period 1 April 2020 to 30 June 2020. Similar to the portfolio performance reporting we just considered, you can compare performance against up to 3 benchmarks or indexes and select how you like to view the performance in relation to fees. This report also provides the option to further split out the contribution of capital and income to periodic performance. Again, we've made it easy for you to access assistance with information available on performance reporting on the Panorama Help and Support section of your advisor site. Here, under Managing Your Clients and then Monitoring and Reporting, select Performance Reporting to further understand the time-weighted rate of return methodology, as well as Panorama's performance reports available for your client accounts. So that brings us to an end in this module in which we've considered the performance reporting options available for your client accounts. I explained how performance is calculated on Panorama and demonstrated the features of Panorama's portfolio and periodic performance reporting tools. All of this should help you have meaningful discussions with your clients about the performance of their Panorama portfolios. In the following module, we're going to look at the income and capital gains reporting available for your clients' Panorama accounts. Thanks, and bye for now.